Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and if you're thinking of making a special breakfast for a loved one, we're joined by Tarek Chellouf of the Northwest Culinary Academy, and you're going to show us how to make a peach and mascarpone stuffed French toast.
Absolutely. So we're going to get onto a couple of things. Okay. Now, I have a couple of pieces of thick cut bread. It could be brioche, it could be white, and I just cut a little bit of slit into the sides here. Now, what we're going to do is we have a mixture of some poached peaches and a bit of mascarpone, and what we'll do, and I'm going to put you to work.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jen.
I can do it. Got it. Just want to tear it. Eek.
Oh, no sweat. Honestly, the bread is a day old, so that will actually help it hold together a bit.
So one piece of peach.
One piece of peach, and sort of work it in gradually. And you can use the spoon to sort of push it down towards the center just to make sure it's evenly distributed.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Oh, you're doing great.
And another one?
Oh, yeah. Go straight to the top.
Yeah, keep going. All right.
So from there, we'll fill it in nice and easy.
So this is just straight up mascarpone? You haven't, like, added anything to it?
There's a little bit of a mixture from the poaching liquid for the peaches because it is a bit sweet as well. So you can get a little bit of sweetness from that mix as well as the richness from the mascarpone too.
Okay.
And it comes together very, very nicely. So you fill that in like that.
Perfect.
And then from there we have it all nice together.
Okay.
And now we have a mixture of some eggs, milk, cinnamon, vanilla, and we just want to soak the French toast just for a quick second.
Sure.
If you please.
Yeah. Both of them?
Oh, pop it in there, yeah, absolutely. So a key to French toast to make it really, really nice is you don't want to over soak it, but you want to make sure that it's pretty well saturated. Because the big thing that happens is if it's just on the outside, it doesn't quite get all the way through, but if it's too soaked, it's going to fall apart. So right now, we're just trying to make sure it's nicely balanced. So just a little bit on the sides.
Is this the kind of thing you could do overnight?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you wouldn't want to go for too long, but you could.
You know, like, what do they call those? Like the Christmas morning kind of French toast or whatever that people make the night before, that kind of idea?
Absolutely. You could even soak it the next or the day before, and it comes out together quite nice.
Excellent.
So from here, we just have it in a pan with a little bit of butter that's melted.
Yummy.
And I'm just going to let it brown gradually with low to medium heat. You don't want to go too heavy on the heat because another thing that happens with French toast is you don't want to brown it way too quick because you'll brown the outside too dark before the middle actually cooks all the way through. So while that's happening in the background, we have a couple of quick garnishes that we're going to work on as well. So in this pot here, I have a little bit of simple syrup.
That's what you're making in there.
Yeah, it's bubbling away.
I was like, what's in there?
It's 1 cup of water to 1 cup of sugar, and we're going to be poaching some mandarin oranges. Well, these are actually some clementines.
Okay.
So the lovely thing about this is, bring it to a boil. You can turn the heat off. And just drop the mandarins in there, and what happens is the residual heat will actually cook it to the point where all that white pith not only will fade away, but it also infuses that orange flavor. So you end up with something really lovely and delicate like this.
Oh, yummy.
So this will be one of our garnishes for our French toast.
That's lovely.
Now, while that's browning on the side, we can check this one and just to make sure.
Oh, yeah, looking
already
good.
Coming together.
Looking good.
And the thing is, we don't have to necessarily cook it all the way through one time. We can flip it constantly just to make sure we're controlling the level of color. Now, while that's happening in the background, I have a couple of other lovely things for you too.
I like to stay busy.
So, as do I.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So from here, we're going to be making a mimosa, but not quite the traditional one, which is typically orange juice and sparkling wine both together. I'm using a bit of blood orange juice and some Filipino calamansi. Just for a bit of an interesting citrus burst, you know? So from here, we have a little bit of rosé. We'll pop that in there. But I also have a couple of segments of blood orange as well, just for a bit of, you know, romantic garnish. Make a little bit ornate. Pop a couple in there.
Make it look fancy for your loved one, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Valentine's Day. We got to go all out.
There you go.
So at this point, we'll pop a little bit in there.
Beautiful. Calamansi.
Yeah, one of my favorite citruses. It's kind of like if a yuzu and a mandarin kind of came together. So a little bit sharp, a little bit sweet, delicious.
Fantastic. Okay, lovely.
So that will be our mimosa.
I like it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And from there, I'm just browning the other sides. It's come together really nicely.
It does look very nice, actually. So you will also be at the Home and Garden Show.
Absolutely. The Home and Garden Show happening at BC Place, March 16th to 19th. Okay. I'll be on the culinary stage on Sunday the 19th from at noon, 12 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So people can catch you maybe making this or something else?
I'll be making something else, actually. I'll be making fresh cavatelli, but doing a riff on a dish that my mother used to make when I was a kid. She would make soy sauce pasta.
Oh, cool.
So that's a little thing. Not to give away the whole farm, but that's going to be my jam.
Now I want to know.
If you want to find out, come see me there.
There you go. On the 19th. It'll be on the 19th.
Yeah, so we're just browning the other sides from here, coming together really nicely. Now this is going to take a little bit of time. We might not have enough time to see the whole thing. This is the finished product. So a little bit of chantilly cream, some poached mandarins, some roasted pistachios.
It smells so good. Oh, it smells so yummy. I love it. I love it.
And that will be Valentine's Day breakfast.
Well, happy Valentine's Day to you.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
I think you've made someone's morning very lovely and sweet.
Thank you very
Already
much.
out there. If you want to know about this recipe, you can go to our website, globalnews.ca/globalbcrecipes. And stay with us. We have the day's top stories next. But first, let's head up to Jeremy Tubbs at Global One to see how our roads are shaping up today.
Good morning.